In the world of luxury real estate, one name shines brightly, setting new standards of excellence and service. Meet Sharen Byren, a dynamic real estate expert who is transforming the luxury property market with her unwavering passion and remarkable achievements. Sharen Byren is a real estate professional affiliated with Pam Golding Properties in 4 ways. With 20 years of experience in the industry, she has mastered a winning combination of expertise, commitment, and passion.
My name is Sharen. So I grew up in Cape Town. I was born in Cape Town, grew up on a farm in Cape Town, and then eventually did the big migration to Johannesburg when I was a teenager. I am very, very passionate about sport. I love the outdoors. I think that's been instilled in me since we were small children. Our parents took us all over. So I love the outdoors, and I think that's also given me an idea of what I like and what I don't like, and to see nice things and to experience nice things. I've been in a relationship for 15 years. I have a very, very, very supportive partner. It's like I call him my husband, and he's been amazing in terms of how I work, long hours, working on weekends, being very, very supportive. I have a 24-year-old daughter. She is living in Hoedspruit, and she got her love from the bush, I think, from her mom and dad, and she's busy doing a gap year in Hoedspruit. So I actually was in the IT industry for 13 years, believe it or not, and then relocated to Hartbeespoort Dam. And I said to a friend, I don't know what I'm going to do living out there. And she said to me, you're so brilliant in sales. Why don't you become an estate agent? And I said, I couldn't imagine. I love property. It always interested me, but I never thought that I was going to be selling property. So I approached an estate agency, and they said to me, come and try. And I've never looked back. And in fact, in March this year, I've been in real estate now for 20 years. So that's actually how I got into property industry. You can sell anything. So I got into real estate. It was not part of what I wanted to do, but it's been really, really good to me. Within 1 or 2 months of becoming an agent, I sold my first property. And I think the bug bit, and that was it. I just loved what I was doing, and I thought it was really, really interesting. And that's how I started my real estate journey. The first property I sold, I think it was probably about 5.5 million. And his name was Dr. I think it was Dr. Siamela. And the best thing of all was it was actually on a fax. And he sent me a fax, and he said, well done. And he said, I'll pay you 7.5% commission. I just thought, you know what? That was in 2004, March 2004. Now we're 20 years later.
Sharen's journey in real estate began in 2004 when she obtained her certificate in a state agency. Eager to expand her knowledge, she furthered her studies, earning her NQF4 and PDE exam qualifications in 2012.
I think I've worked my way up into the luxury market, and I just decided to go. I started by selling vacant land, and I always wanted to aspire to sell beautiful, big luxury homes. But it was a process and a journey to get there. So I started off by selling vacant land, then I started off selling smaller houses, then I started off selling proper residential houses, then I landed up selling in Dan Fern, and I thought to myself, I really want to sell houses for 15, 20, 25 million. And Blair Athol and was the estate where these luxury properties are on, because it's in my area. So that's actually what happened. It actually fell into my area. And because it fell into my area, I just decided I had to pursue this amazing, incredible place. No, so I actually started in real estate at Hartbeespoort Dam. And in 2004, in Hartbeespoort Dam wasn't the most sought after place to be living in. And it just suddenly became a destination, and it became busier and busier. And then from there, I joined Pam Golding, and I was offered a position in Joburg, and that's actually where it changed the playing field. So now I've gone from selling normal homes to coming into the Fourways area as an agent for Pam Golding, and then was given the opportunity to sell in this area. And I've just pursued it, and this then became I'm the specialist in this area, which is actually Lanseria. So our office is in Fourways, but this falls under our office.
Sharen specializes in prestigious estates such as Blair Athol Golf and Equestrian Estate, Monaghan Farm, and Helder-Fontein Estate. Her commitment to service excellence is unwavering, making her a trusted authority in residential sales. Sharen's professionalism, knowledge, and enthusiasm have earned her numerous accolades, including the prestigious Gauteng Gold Club Agent title and the Gauteng Agent of the Year in the residential category A. In 2022 and 2023, Sharen was recognized as the Gauteng Gold Club Agent, a testament to her outstanding performance and dedication to her craft. But her achievements didn't stop there. Sharen also claimed the title of second runner-up in the Gauteng exclusive mandates for both highest units and highest value awards within her branch. These achievements reflect her exceptional skills and dedication to her clients. However, the pinnacle of Sharen's success came when she was named the winner of the Gauteng Emerald Circle Agent Award. This prestigious accolade is the ultimate recognition of excellence, awarded to an exclusive group of elite, top-performing Pam Golding Properties agents for their unprecedented sales record.
So that's an interesting question, because I think it's something that you always have to think of to make a difference. Why would somebody go on to the portals and have a look at the different properties, and why would they choose you as the agency and the agent? So that is something that I am constantly aware of. And I think what makes me stand above the rest is I go to every single shoot with my photographer. I have an amazing photographer. He understands how I like the photographs to be done. And I think we're always trying to reinvent ourselves. So more specifically recently is drone photography. And I really think that a drone gives the purchaser or the buyer a brilliant idea of position, views, the overall picture of the property. So I think that's where it's almost like my signature. I like to do drone photography. I like to do reels, which is something I've only recently started doing. But I've been doing drone photography with my photographer for quite a while. My preparation for the house to be photographed prior to the photographer arrives, my sellers are aware of what we require, and they go to a lot of trouble to make the houses look absolutely show house material. Spotless, beautiful, everything's put away, and they really do. These houses need to you have one shot really. And when a buyer goes onto the portals and they see the photographs and they look at it once, they're either gonna be hooked and want to come and see the property, or they move on to the next property. So you need to always make sure that you are at the shoots, that you have an idea, you can tell a photographer, I like this angle from that. And I think very important for me as well is I'm very, very aware where the sun rises, where the sun sets, is the house north facing, because that's important to the buyers. So I try and maximize the most beautiful views, the best sunrises, the best sunsets, and that sells it. Because my results have shown it. So it's hard work. It's been a long journey, but I think also I am self-motivated. I think that's a very important thing. Discipline. But I think that one of my specialities is, if you want to call it that, is I am very, very good at matching a buyer with a property. So, and I spend sometimes 2-3 years with the same people until they find a house. And they'll always come back to me, they'll always phone me. And I think that it's very important as an agent to understand your buyer's needs. And I think very often, and I was definitely to blame initially when I became an agent, was that you just want to sell the property. But I think that my success has been matching the buyer with the property. I'll be able to say to them, I know it won't suit you, I know the property won't work for you. And I can then take it and I'll go, you're right, it's not for us. So I think that really comes with experience. It comes with understanding your buyer, and I think it comes with experience. But I think the most important thing is that you need to listen to your buyer. You need to spend the time with them. You need to understand what they want. Because I think often you get caught up with just trying to sell the property and you don't really listen to what they have to say. And it's a big, big decision. I always say when you're selling a 20, 30, 40 million rand home, it's a big decision. It takes time. You've got to go through the process with them. But I think when you understand your buyer's needs, it makes you successful. I spend many, many hours with them. When you take in a client out, especially in these kind of environments, these unique estates, there's a lot invested in here. So to take them around and show them everything in the estate, it's a lifestyle. You're selling a lifestyle. You're selling a high-end property. With that comes this unusual lifestyle. So when someone wants to come and invest 40 million rand in a property here, you need to spend that time with them. You need to take them out, show them everything that they're going to be doing here, seeing here. They need to know that they're making the right decision. Because what's stopping them from buying somewhere else? And I just know that I do a lot of background homework in these estates. I spend a lot of time but availing myself to the information that is about these estates. I need to know it's from the security, the surrounding areas, who's our neighbors, are they going to be safe here, is there longevity here? So I always say to them, if you can see yourself paying 40 million rand for property and you're going to be here for the next 15, 20 years, you need to make sure that they've got longevity in their estate. And I think that that's also a big factor.
Sharon's dedication to her clients has garnered praise from those who have worked with her. She is described as conscientious and tenacious, ensuring that all formalities regarding the sale or purchase of a property progress smoothly.
The Pam Golding brand, our family, Pam Golding family, has a reputation of being known for good agents, high-end properties, and I think that we probably are the real estate signature company of luxury properties. And I think that Pam Golding have got a very high standard. I think that their criteria for their marketing, for their branding, for the way their agents turn up, for the way their agents behave is high. I think it makes us. I have properties where I might not be the only agent that has the mandate, but I get the calls and I'll be the one that sells it. So I think that the Pam Golding brand is a household name. It's out there. Everybody knows Pam Golding. My advice is, and I've previously sold to international investors, is you can't get better value for money. You cannot get better value for money. You are buying magnificent homes in safe places, luxury properties, and I think that for a European to come here and experience how we live in terms of our weather, can't beat this climate anywhere in the world. I know a lot of people love the outdoor African experience. You want to go to the bush. We have everything that you can possibly want here. So I think from an international perspective, you will never look back. You'll only be so happy that you've made that move. And it's an amazing place. It's an awesome country. I think it is the most beautiful estate in South Africa. I really believe in it. I think that's also probably why I do so well here, because it ticks all the boxes. It has the golf course, like I said to you, is ranked number 6 in South Africa. We have all the amenities here. We have a top equestrian centre, equestrian facilities here, mountain biking, beautiful homes. But I think the big thing here is the lifestyle. And I think the other very, very big factor, like I said to you, is the safety. I think it's a big factor for businessmen who are traveling internationally, locally. When they leave their families, they need to know if they're safe. Athol is 620 hectares, and we're only ever going to have 329 homes in this estate. So low density, you're looking at about 2 hectares per property. Currently we have about 170 completed homes. We have about 7, 8 under construction, and we've got about 10 or 11 who just sent in new applications to get approval and start building. So one of the amazing things about Blair Athol actually is it used to belong to Gary Player. So Gary Player, your famous golfer, this was his property where he raised his children and he had his racehorses. So you know, he was the golfer, and then that was his job, and horses was his passion or his hobby. So he had his racehorses here, and they lived here as a family. And then in 2007, Blair Athol became Blair Athol Golf Estate, and it then was launched to the public, and you could then start buying stands here and come and live here, which was perceived to be the gentleman's estate. But the amazing thing about Blair Athol, we look at it come to today, and we're in 2024, our golf course is the 3rd longest golf course in the world.
In the world?
In the world. This is the 3rd longest golf course in the world.
Is it official?
Yes, it's official. It's the 3rd longest golf course in the world. It's currently ranked number 6 in South Africa. We're 6 currently ranking in terms of golf courses and golf estates in South Africa. And our halfway house, which I'm going to show you, is the most beautiful setting, a beautiful location on the river, is currently ranked number 1. But that's quite an achievement to be in the top 10 in terms of golf estates. You can see how beautiful it is. The fairways here. It's in mint condition. So one of the other nice things about not only being a golf course, it has so many other elements to it. So we have lovely wildlife here. We have an equestrian centre. We have 35 kilometers here of hiking, walking, mountain biking, trail running.
Oh, really?
It's all manicured. You have a green route, a red route. So it caters for all needs. So whether you're young, whether you're old, whether you like to be fit, whether you like to just go and do bird watching, it caters for everybody. So one of the most important things about these kind of estates, and we're 3.5 kilometers from Lanseria Airport, so we're in very close proximity. So for businessmen who are commuting locally, it's very, very easy to get on the plane off to Cape Town. And then obviously we have quite a lot of international people going into Africa, flying into Africa from Lanseria Airport. So that also is so convenient. So we have 2 restaurants in this estate, which is very unusual. we have what we call the Village Green. And the Village Green is a restaurant that caters for all the families, not necessarily just the golfers. Very, very popular during the week, popular on weekends. Families pop in there. Food is excellent, but it's also geared for children. So jumping castles, sporty children, cricket nets at the Village Green here at this little restaurant show, which we're going to drive past now. I'm going to show you. So I sold this house for 10.5 million.
You sold it?
I sold this house for 10.5 million. They did a big refurb in there.
Oh,
very, very beautiful. It's on the furrow there. It's lovely. I think it's a bit difficult now to see all the animals because it's quite hot. It's late afternoon, but normally we see lots of Inyala here. You'll see all the springbok out and about. Okay. So we have the Village Green restaurant, and then we have the clubhouse, which is the iconic Gary Player clubhouse, which is then for your golfers, fine dining, business dinners, lovely, lovely food. It's the same people that own the Pagali restaurants manage our 2 restaurants here. So you can see all the open spaces here, Sunny. Look at that. All this stays open. There's the golf course, all the irrigation's going. So that's also one of the nice things about this estate is in terms of irrigating the golf course is we can pump water out of the river.
From the river?
Yes, yeah.
Okay. So that water now is coming from the river?
Yes. This is on the market for 13.7. Magnificent home. Cost him 21 million to build this house.
So why is he selling it less?
He's gone back to his farm. He's got a farm in Vicksburg and he's gone back to live on his farm. So here's the Village Green restaurant. This is very, very popular. Everybody comes to Sunday lunches, Friday night quick dinner, bring the family for a nice easy bite to eat. This is where I ran to this morning.
From your house?
Yes. It's called the Village Green. It's got lovely amenities. You can see tennis courts, soccer, tennis. It's got a swimming pool there. So this is very, very popular.
Wow.
So from a lifestyle point of view, being in this kind of environment is I've just learned to understand buyers' needs in the high-end luxury market where they feel that if they come into an environment like this or an estate like this, it literally meets all their requirements in terms of their lifestyle. And I think that's where I've learned to understand my buyers' needs and be able to sell these luxury properties. I think that when you understand these high-profile buyers and you know how to deal with them, I think a lot of it's to do with trust. I think they trust me, and sometimes I said, I can deal with them for 2 or 3 years, and they always come back, and then I'll see something else comes onto the market, and in the end they will buy from me, and in the end they'll also ask me to sell their properties. So I think that's what I've learned over the years is when you're selling these kind of properties, like these high-end luxuries, I mean that is magnificent inside. People also have to trust your advice. They need to trust what you're telling them is the truth. They need to, when you drive around with them and you're doing this, they need to, they understand what I'm trying to sell them. I'm not just trying to sell them a house. I'm trying to sell them, it's an investment for them. It's their investment, which is a big investment. They need to know that one day they're going to be able to sell it. They need to know that they're going to love living here. That everything I've told them is the truth. So I think trust is a big factor when you're dealing with these high-end kind of buyers. And I think that maybe that's also where I've made a name for myself is I really, really try and give the best service that anybody can possibly, you know, when I take a bar out, I pack a cooler box, I put cold water in there for them because we're spending 2 to 3 hours together in the car driving around. This, you can't sell these kind of properties and expect them to follow you and get to the house, jump out, look at the house, get back in their car and leave. You can't. It's about the whole experience of being here. It's about, I mean, that's all Blair, that's where we came from there. That's Blair Athol on the other side there. That's all Blair Athol. We were in the White House over there.
Beyond her professional life, Sharen finds balance through her dedication to health and fitness. Her deep connection with nature mirrors her approach to her work, focused, determined, and always moving forward.
So I think the model here is different, and that's why I don't believe they're overpriced. If you take the size of the land here, so your average size stand is between 4, 5, 6, 7,000 square meter stands, vacant land. And you're going to build a 1,500 square meter luxury property here. You're going to probably build at 30, 35,000 rand a square meter. If you're going to Cape Town, you're buying a property that maybe costs 100,000 rand a square meter. So I think it's also supply and demand. But I think that in terms of excellent value for money, I don't believe that these houses are overpriced. I really don't. We wouldn't be selling them if they were overpriced. Maybe a couple of years ago, it might have been like that, but I think, as I said to you again, since COVID, people have realized that they want their lifestyles to change, or they want a better lifestyle. And the businesses, Gauteng is busy. Their businesses are doing well here, and they're choosing to stay here. And they're investing in these properties. So with the investment that they're making in these properties, they have the lifestyle to go with it. I think that I've got extensive knowledge about the area that I sell in. And that makes me a specialist. And that's why I think people come back to me over and over, because I am the specialist in the area. And they trust me, and I think I give a good, the overall experience is informative and wants you to come back. It makes you want to come back. Pleasure. It was lovely to meet you.
As Sharen continues to blaze trails in the luxury real estate market, she remains committed to providing exceptional service and helping clients achieve their property goals. Contact Sharen Byren today and embark on a rewarding real estate experience.